Today, I will go over the mistakes I made when trying to get lean and muscular so you can avoid them. If you stick to the process I'm about to share, you will succeed. Hey everyone, it's Daniel from DM Fitness. When I first started my fitness journey, one of my biggest motivations for getting in shape, building muscle, getting fit, and achieving visible abs was to look good naked on the beach. While my priorities have shifted over time and now I live and promote this lifestyle mainly for health reasons, I will be honest. Back then, I wanted to look good to boost my confidence and impress girls. I know many of you can relate, at least to the first part, wanting to look great while enjoying your beach vacation or simply feeling comfortable in your own skin, especially if you live near the coast like I do. Here in Slovenia, summer lasts over 4 months, so staying in shape for beach season is a big deal. Today, I will go over the mistakes I made when trying to get lean and muscular so you can avoid them. If you stick to the process I'm about to share, you will succeed. Before we dive in, let me clear something up. You've probably seen YouTube videos claiming you can get shredded in a week or get abs in 2 weeks. That's not going to happen unless you're already at around 15% body fat for men or 20% for women and just need to shed some water weight. Otherwise, real fat loss takes time. When I started, I went on a bulk, but I did it wrong and ended up skinny fat. By the time summer arrived, I still wasn't lean enough because I miscalculated everything and didn't start my fat loss phase early enough or adjust my diet strategically. So, mistake number 1 is not starting early enough. The biggest factor in achieving a lean physique is time, so let's start by setting a realistic timeline. Take a look at the following body types and pick the one that best matches your current physique. To reach around 12% body fat with visible abs, this is roughly how long it would take. To reach 10 to 12% body fat and get that defined athletic look, you need to plan ahead. The timeline depends on your starting point, but in most cases, a minimum of 12 weeks is needed. If you have 8 to 10 kilograms of fat to lose, I would recommend starting at least 12 weeks, and just in case, I would start 16 weeks before your deadline. For example, here in Slovenia, summer starts in June. 1 year, I started cutting in mid-April, thinking 2 months was enough. It wasn't. I underestimated how much fat I had to lose. I thought 6 to 7 kilos, but in reality it was closer to 12. Most people make this mistake, underestimating both the amount of fat they need to lose and how long it actually takes. Right now, it's mid-March, roughly 3 months before summer. If you start today, you can still make solid progress by mid-June. So, step number 1 is to master your diet. Your diet is the biggest driver of fat loss because it forces your body to burn stored fat for energy. The key is creating a caloric deficit, consuming fewer calories than your body burns daily. First, make your food environment work for you. Personally, I wouldn't be able to walk past cookies at home every day without eventually giving in and eating them. Set yourself up for success by removing trigger foods and using your natural laziness to your advantage. Store high-calorie snacks and treats in hard-to-reach places, making them less convenient to grab. This applies to healthy but easy to overeat foods too, like nuts and granola. Keep them out of sight or difficult to access. Now let's look at how many calories you should eat for fat loss. Say you weigh 190 pounds, which is 86 kilos, and you are very active, which you should be if fat loss is your goal. You train 5 times per week, or whether it's lifting 5 times a week or 3 gym sessions plus 2 cardio sessions, your estimated daily intake should be between 2200 and 2400 calories. Protein is the most important nutrient for fat loss. It helps preserve muscle mass while your body burns fat. Aim for at least 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, in this case, around 190 grams of protein daily. Carbs and fats will vary depending on your body type, ectomorph, endomorph, or mesomorph, but the principles remain the same. I've broken all of this down in my free nutrition guide, including exact calculations. You can download it from the link in the description. I would recommend starting on the higher end of your calorie range, in this case around 2400 calories per day alongside weightlifting and cardio. So which are the best foods for fat loss? Some foods help keep you full longer, making fat loss easier. A 1995 study ranked 38 foods based on how well they satisfied hunger. The best options included potatoes, oats, whole grains, lean proteins, apples, and oranges. The worst? Processed foods like white rice, cereal, chips, candy, and pastries. One crucial habit to master is tracking your calories. Many people overeat without realizing it, even on a healthy diet. I highly recommend tracking your intake even for just a week to make sure you're actually in a caloric deficit. There are plenty of apps that make this easy. Okay, with the diet on point, now let's focus on the best workouts for fat loss. A recent meta-analysis ranked different fat loss strategies, and the most effective was a calorie deficit combined with weightlifting. Why? Because, like protein, lifting weights signals your body to retain muscle and burn fat instead. So, let your diet handle the calorie deficit, but make sure to lift 3 to 5 times per week to prevent muscle loss. A common mistake: people move less as they diet. To avoid this, track your steps and aim for at least 6,000 steps per day. This is called non-exercise physical activity, and it makes a big difference. On top of that, start with 2 to 3 cardio sessions per week at 20 minutes, for example, of low to moderate intensity. If you have 20% plus body fat, bump it up to 3 to 4 sessions per week. If progress stalls, adjust. You can reduce calories by 150 calories a day, or increase cardio from 20-minute sessions to 25-minute sessions 3 times per week. This increases your caloric deficit and keeps fat loss going. Your workouts should focus on compound lifts, like squats, bench presses, bent over rows, deadlifts, or Romanian deadlifts. These engage multiple muscle groups, burn more calories, and help maintain muscle mass. You can still do isolation exercises like bicep curls and lateral raises, just save them for the end of your workout. Another big mistake is lifting lighter weights during fat loss phase. You should still lift heavy, or even increase your weights. Aim for 4 to 6 reps on compound movements and 6 to 10 reps on isolation exercises. Look, I know that it may seem a lot of workouts to do and you think, I don't have the time to hit the gym 4 times a week, do cardio 3 times a week, and so on. You can burn fat with just some walking every day, maybe also hit the weights 2 times a week, and so on. It will just take a little longer. In this video, I'm describing an approach that will yield the results as fast as possible. That also means that you will have to say no to other things. Maybe when your friends will call you to go out for the weekend and have a beer or two, you will have to say no sometimes and prioritize your sleep, which is very important for fat loss. In fact, studies show that insufficient sleep enhances hedonic stimulus processing in the brain underlying the drive to consume food. Thus, insufficient sleep results in increased food intake. Meaning, the longer you stay awake at night, the more chances are you will turn straight to your fridge instead to bed. Step number 3 is to stay consistent and don't quit too soon. One mistake I made, it was giving up too early. After 2 months of dieting, I wasn't as lean as I expected, so I went back to bulking, only to end up soft and out of shape again. Fat loss happens in stages. Your body first sheds fat from your chest, then maybe your shoulders, arms, back, and face even. Only after losing enough total fat will you see changes in your stomach and lower belly. Here's an example of my client Vit, who lost 30 plus kilograms. The last fat to go was from his stomach. If he had quit after 8 weeks, the difference would have been minimal. But he stayed consistent and achieved a dramatic transformation. Another advantage by leaning down is to have increased insulin sensitivity. Studies show that long-term weight loss maintainers have enhanced insulin sensitivity compared with body mass index match controls with no weight loss history. So high insulin sensitivity allows the cells of the body to use blood glucose more effectively, reducing blood sugar. And this is something you want. In other words, your body will use the fuel, so the food, more efficiently, resulting in less fat gain and more muscle mass if combined with resistance training. So that's it for today. If you found this helpful, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future tips. So, and want to take your results to the next level, check out DM Fitness Coaching, link in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.